And we are live at 11:05. Normally I say I'm BC, this is Spirit Cars, but who are you?
I'm Sean.
And it's still Spirit Cars.
Yes, sir.
What are we doing? We're working on Mike's car.
Yep.
So we've been working on this a while. It's actually a steel-bodied car that put our chassis under. It's got a van roof on it. I don't know if you can see that. Been painted. We still got to kind of buff it. So now we're really working on the hood, back and forth, back and forth. Do we put a fiberglass one? Do we not? How do we fit all this in? It's got an LS motor. So right now we're going to put, again, we're just looking and trying to fit and make sure everything fits and goes in there. So you're like kind of hooking the steering up today.
Hooking the steering up, figuring out all what
Making those
sensors
final
and stuff
lists.
we need.
So you can only go so far, and then you get to a stop.
Yep.
So here this is what I get. So there's about anything. So now you need these parts to move ahead. So it's kind of the way it goes when you're on any project. Don't get stalled focusing on one thing, but once you get to a certain place, you can kind of look at the next process. So we're going to make a one-piece hood out of this hood. Normally this side panel would fold up under, and the hood would fold up, and the whole thing would go there. And you can kind of see these hoods are tough. They bend, they're hard to straighten. They're always just kind of wonky the way they lift up. So what we're going to do is, we got this really cool kit. Did you see the kit we're going to use? It's over here somewhere. So it's actually a store-bought kit. So I think that's kind of our next process. We're going to build the parts for the hood to put it on there. So you got the motor started.
Yep.
Well, when I say started, you turn it over and it fired.
Yes.
But it's an LS motor. Let's pull this hood off of here real quick. I'll carefully pull this hood off of here. All right, you got it?
Yep.
We were wanting to originally use the original radiator. Just no room. I mean, just no room. So we put an aftermarket radiator in. So it's pretty much fits in there, gives us enough room. We're going to have to come up with some kind of intake, come up around, which is possible. It's not an undoable thing. Got to kind of tuck in our AC real tight here. Get around this hood because we want to have the hood side, but the hood sides are going to be on after the fact. So they're not going to be attached to the hood. The hood will be hinged, and the hood sides will just kind of put in there and maybe use a Zeus fitting or something to put them on. So the side will come off individually. This is a really nice grill. Looks like it might have been an aftermarket grill years ago. I don't know where you can buy one like that right now, but good looking grill. We've got a couple fans on the front side. There's just no room on the back side to put them. We got our condenser there and everything. So I got a wiring harness for the LS motor. You fired it up. So how's that work? You just take an old computer and then throw it in there and
Flash the computer, get rid of the junk you don't need, and voila.
Flash the computer. What does that mean?
Reprogram it.
Sounds like a Hillary thing when you get rid of your emails. You wipe it, you get a rag and you just wipe it.
Take everything out of there that you don't need.
But we don't do that.
No, you got to send it off. That's
So
the
there's
one thing
several
I don't know how
places to do that. We're doing the garage sale thing now on Tuesdays. I don't know, did you watch that? Well, you missed it then. It's 6 o'clock Central Time. Every Tuesday we're doing a garage sale on the Hot Rod Highway over at Trinity.
Cool.
I got a bunch of LS stuff. Aftermarket, chrome this, chrome that. So it's wiring harnesses, so we're going to offer that kind of stuff here. We're not going to do the computer flashing, but we're going to talk about that Tuesday. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, that might be a good thing to show up and watch. So right now we're still working on steering here. For some reason I thought, and you thought, before it came up here, we had the steering figured out.
Eddie said at one point he had steering up on it. So I don't know.
Well, it might have been on, so it's got the box, it's got the rack, it's all there. We got the column in it. You can kind of see the column down there. Upholstery's already been done on the car. You can see we got some wiring hanging. But what we need to do is, you had it right here. The joints, the U-joints. Where did we put them?
I took them out of my way.
So this is pretty much what it's going to take to get from, not pretty much, it's exactly what it's going to take.
Box.
We got the steering box. First we come out of the,
I'm missing another heim. I had it over there, but
anyway, we've got,
column, middle of it, and then there'll be one on the box, and then also a 3/4 inch heim into the frame
just
for
doesn't
stabilizing
flop
it.
around.
Yep.
Have a stabilizer. And then there'll be another U-joint on the end here.
Yeah, go into the box.
And then one on that end, going up into the column.
Yep, right here.
Well, that goes into the column. on that
Yes.
side, right?
Yes.
So it come down, there'll be 3 joints. which
Yeah, so
means
we can
you're
get
gonna
around
have
the
to have
exhaust.
one heim in there. Otherwise
Yep.
this thing will flop around. So one of the bigger issues too is getting around the headers. So we've got the headers in it already for placement. Coming down, we don't have it run the exhaust yet, but you can kind of see where it's going to come down. They're ceramic coated headers, so we're in the process of doing that. There's just a lot to fitting up a motor that never belonged in the car. But we're getting it, it's close. I mean, it was good to hear the thing run the other day, a week or so ago. Now it's time to actually get it so we can run it and let it get the temperature and on and off and go and do all those things. Missing a, for the water
Thermostat housing.
thermostat housing, so we're gonna have to probably, I don't know if there's an aftermarket one. I'll look around if we can get a Chrome after one, or we may have to buy one from the OEM, I guess, or see if we can find one with a junkyard. Looked at all this stuff, it must not have been on the motor. It's a used motor, but that's one of those key things you got to have before you really run it for too long. So there's kind of the update for today. We did do 2 live at 11:05s in a row, so it's a little easier for me if I can do it from behind the camera. We'll just grab one of the things that we're working on. There's always something going on, and I don't have to wait on Josh. I've been waiting on Josh all morning to come down so we can sort out parts. We finally got a pallet of parts, waiting on a few more. So today's the weekend. Today's Friday.
Yep.
We'll be back Monday. Y'all have a great weekend.
See ya.